Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Busy day yesterday. Very busy. People coming out. Of course, with it being the last day of the weekend, as anticipated. Yeah, it was a pretty busy day with people. Plus, we're still trying to take care of all that freight that came in the other day. So I had wonderful, wonderful opportunities, and I'm not saying that sarcastically. I love a good workout. So, yeah, and I like being able to, because unfortunately, with time constraints and so forth, I realize if it's important to you, you'll make time, blah, blah, blah. But I've also been needing to make sure I get my beauty sleep. And I have to make sure I give myself enough time in the mornings to eat and let my stomach settle before I go anywhere. So anyway, yeah, I've been using these opportunities at work with all the heavy lifting to treat that as my workout, and it has felt phenomenal. Oh man. And I've also, first thing in the morning, while we haven't had the microwave, waiting for things to heat up or water to boil for my tea, those opportunities, take those opportunities to do a little bit of yoga stretching. So, yeah, has felt really good. I don't know how else to describe the feeling. Just breaking through that barrier, feeling like the cells in my body that I'm breaking through I don't know, like the stiffness and lack of energy, lack of oxygen, breaking them up, I don't, oh, okay. Don't know how else to describe that. So, the lights that their daughter have strung around, some of them fell down. It's like, okay. Kind of spooked both of us. But anyway, yeah. I just felt really, really good, and I need to lose some weight. And I was talking to Angie last night when she picked me up, that I really need to see about getting a bathroom scale. She's like, oh, just hold off. I might have one. Let me look around the house. And I'm like, well, I talked to you about it before. You said you didn't have one. So, but, oh well, that's okay. I need to get one for myself anyway. So, but anyway, I really need to, so I can, as I'm used to being able to weigh myself on a consistent basis. It helps with my diabetes, help keeping that under control, and so on and so forth too. And I know I have gained some weight. I can feel it, and it has felt good. Doing that good workout is so funny because yesterday, some people I've seen a lot of people wearing shorts or some sort of shorty pants or t-shirts or what have you. Some of them were just like, oh my gosh, it's so hot, and I'm just like, this is actually really nice for me. I'm used to this time of year pushing hundreds, upper 90s, definitely been in the 90s the whole time. So, this has been really nice. I mean, yeah, and the humidity, people are just like, oh, wait until the humidity kicks in. Well, we're up to 30%, we're in the 30s as far as percentage-wise with humidity. And for me, back there, that would be humid. So I'm like, this isn't so bad so far. So we'll see what happens. I'm also not gonna put my own foot in my mouth either. So, but so far it's been, I don't know, it's been nice to me. And I'm working indoors where, it's gonna be sticky and so forth. So I don't know. And the AC in that place does not work all that terribly well. I have to, there's a little desk fan that's sitting there. It's a really good one. Someone got a really good one and put it there, and it's like, yeah, I definitely take advantage of that quite a bit. So, but yeah, that was it was good. Also, when I was at work, I came across the AC window slides being sold separately. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I sent them a picture, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm like, you want me to get them while I'm on my break? It's like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, okay, I brought up this situation with the microwave before, because the microwave's been down, and there's ones that they have. They're sitting in the one of the main aisles on the floor, and like three of them, and they've been like on sale or whatever for $179, and I'm like, it's just pretty much the same thing. I did the research on the brand and kind of find out, because it's a brand don't recognize, kind of find out the manufacturer is a major name brand, and I'm familiar with it, and it's a good brand. And it's like, hey, you want me to pick this up or not? And, well, then there was concern about it being too big or this, that. Well, then they found out that, oh, no, it's actually about a half-inch smaller than their current one. And so it's like, okay, yeah, go ahead and grab it. I'm like, finally, let me buy something. Because it's like the AC unit in here went out, and the microwave went out, and then there was something else that had happened all at the same time. And I'm like, let me help you, let me help you. And of course I had to make a joke, yeah, just because Angie was saying about probably install it tomorrow. Like, well, you both are going to be working tomorrow, and I know I definitely meaning today, basically, but talking last night, and she's like, oh no, I'm gonna be off tomorrow. I'm actually gonna be on call, and it's been kind of slow, so they asked to see if anybody would volunteer to at least maybe be on call. So she volunteered. So, and Rick has to work this morning. He gets off at 2:30, so they'll see about maybe installing it today or this afternoon. And I was just like, yeah, just make sure you tell him that it's not made of rubber. It doesn't bounce. I found out that it was actually Miss Angie that let it fall. He was protecting his wife. It's like, such a good man. She's lucky. That's okay. So anyway, I thought that was really sweet. Of course, I didn't razz him about that, but he was outside smoking a cigarette. He does smoke, but it's not that much. But I had to razz him. Oh, I see how it is. You're gonna leave me stranded, make me have to lift this thing all by myself after I've been lifting freight all day, and this. I have to give him a hard time. Then Angie was trying to give me a hard time because of some little remark that I had made, and about, well, he was thanking me or whatever, and then I gave him a hard time, but then I was just like, and then she was giving me a hard time, saying that, oh, that's not very nice, Val, and I'm like, well, I wished him a happy Mother's Day earlier, and he blew me off, and this and that, and she's just said, I give up. I'm like, this is what we do. We razz each other all the time. She's like, I know, but she's just like, I give up. I just give up. So, but no, I wanted to make sure I did wish her a happy Mother's Day too, but I wanted to make sure I wished him a happy Mother's Day yesterday, because it's been a role reversal for both of them, and he's done a good job with raising the kids. I think it's very courageous, if anything, to be doing that, just like, so many other people in the past have taken the more stressful road, with going against societal norms with doing something that society dictates otherwise. I think that's very courageous. So, like with women taking on the men's roles while they were off to war during World War II, or even, 30 years later, um, uh, continuing the fight with pursuing women's rights, with going back to work, breaking those societal norms, and not being stay-at-home moms, making the choices of either, going back to work, being stay-at-home moms, what have you, so on and so forth. And I've loved it. I think it's beautiful. I know when I first came, when I first came here, there was a kind of a kind of a discussion. I don't know. In some ways, I don't want to say it was an explanation or anything, but kind of a discussion, about the fact that she was working. He basically made the decision to stay home with the kids, 'cause she was making more money than him anyway, and he took on a part-time job as after the kids got, at least to have some sort of supplement, basically kind of help take care of, like food situations around the house, while the kids were at school, those sorts of things. And I'm just, and some people had, made comments or what have you, and I'm just like, I told them right out, fuck them. It's none of their fucking business. It's your business. You're doing what's right for you, and that's what matters most, not them. They're like, okay. They found that out with me quite a bit, with quite a few things. It's like, no, it's nobody else's business but yours. I mean, if you want to discuss it and so forth, don't, that's up to you. But in the end, it doesn't matter what other people say. What matters is what's with you in your heart. That's what matters most. So it's like, yeah. But no, I wanted to make sure I wished him a happy Mother's Day, because he has taken on the mothering, nurturing role, and he is a very nurturing man, even though he won't admit it. He definitely has that Piscean energy. His sun sign is Pisces, so yeah, and he definitely takes that, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's very beautiful, especially coming from basically the upper end of my generation, Generation X. So, that's a rarity. And I think it's beautiful, that he had the courage to do it, so she could go and basically be the breadwinner, of the family. So I think it's a very beautiful situation. So, but yeah. But of course, he had to, and make some sort of comment or whatever, and I'm just like, no, happy Mother's Day. So, yeah, I'm getting me a little tummy right now. While she's preening her tummy. So, but anywho, yeah, I still have to razz him about other things. I'm careful about what I razz him about, don't get me wrong. I am careful, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And I have fun doing it, and he enjoys it. He enjoys having a younger sister or whatever to pick on. I know he does. Nobody can tell me. He can't tell me any other different, and he knows I can take it, and he knows I can dish it out. I'm a tomboy, fuck, let's face it, I'm a Vegas chick, and on top of a Vegas cab driver chick, so yeah, among other things. Crime Stopper, maybe after everybody involved is laid to rest, which of course will never happen. So, I won't be sharing that up here. I only share that in private conversations. But anyway, also, the other thing I was going to mention, and something that Rick has to razz me about, I have a little secret admirer at work. Not the one that I had talked about before. He hasn't come back, so I don't think that's going to happen. If he does, okay, fine. But apparently, well, when he had texted, or not texted me, when he had first called me, he had mentioned that he had some sort of back injury or what have you, which I can relate to. But no, I haven't heard from him either. So, after telling him, thanks, but no thanks, basically. But no, I have another little secret admirer. I'll admit, he's adorable. Oh my gosh. Right, he does work out a little bit. He's got some pecs, most definitely. Rock hard ass. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to wrap my hand around his ass. It's like, oh man, and I'll be the first. And he's got some nice legs too. He was wearing some capris yesterday, or whatever guys call them, and Bermuda shorts, I guess. But oh, excuse me. Anyway, yeah, he's got some nice calves, but don't get me wrong. Yeah, I've had a little bit of a crush on him. Mostly, I've had a crush on his ass. I'm an ass girl. A guy has got to have a nice ass and a nice set of legs. Yeah, I'm a legs girl too, but mostly first thing I always check out the ass, most definitely. But he would be nothing but a boy toy for me. Most definitely, because there's a pretty big age gap, and I'm not into cradle robbing personally. The youngest that I have ever dated was 3 years younger than me, and we're still friends. That's basically my ex that I've talked about every once in a while. But no, he's the youngest that I've ever dated. I've always preferred men who are older than me, at least a year. I don't think I've ever dated anybody who is the same age as me. I'm not entirely too sure on that one, but at least a year older, something like that. But yeah, that would just be too weird for me. It's like I would never be able to get over that. So yeah, like I said, it would be a situation that it would just be a toy or whatever. But no. If anything, there's one person, I will admit, there was one guy while I was doing deliveries. He worked at a couple of different 7-Elevens, mostly the one out there. And oh my gosh, talk about adorable. He had this hair. Oh my gosh. He was, I believe he was Middle Eastern. Yeah, he was Middle Eastern. And he had this mane of hair that was just, oh my gosh, gorgeous. Thick, and oh, he could whip it around. He had kind of like back, if you remember, back in the mid '80s, like with Wham, George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley, with that sort of hair. Especially George, with his hair, he had that. This kid, he had that kind of hair, only black, and the short stubble. Closely shaven, but still the stubble there, just like George had done back in the 80s. Great personality. Oh my gosh. He had a great personality. Made you smile, made you laugh all the time and everything. I do like a man with some stubble. Yeah, I do. I really love that. I know a lot of women are like, oh no, clean shaven. Oh no. No, especially if full, at least closely shaven or something, at least maybe a little goatee, And mustaches, just a mustache, um, shoot, what was his name? Tom Skerritt. Yeah, Tom Skerritt. Um, I mean, back in the day, it was one thing, but I kind of equate that to the 80s now. But at least a goatee, a little bit there, at least. Preferably full on, close shaven. I'll admit, my number one heartthrob back in the day was George Michael. Yeah, I don't care. I'd be more than happy to help try and turn him straight. hmm Mm. My biggest weakness, still yet. I realize he's gone and everything, but still yet, biggest weakness. Mm-hmm. But that's okay. So, but yeah, that kid, yeah, with his facial hair and um, that mane, gosh, and then, oh my gosh, he had a laugh. I did think about him the other day. I was just like, I wonder. Yeah, I'll admit, I was trying to look for him there towards the end before everything happened with my car, but I don't know. He disappeared, and I hadn't seen him around, or at least he wasn't working when I was working. So I just took it as a sign from spirit. Nope, it's not meant to be. It's like, okay, I get it. I get it. Well, look what happened. So, but anywho. So anyway, that's all right. Served its purpose. Made me smile, made me laugh, got my motor running. And that's basically the same thing with this kid who has the crush on me, and I have a crush on his ass. It's like nice little piece of eye candy to help me get through the day. It's like, especially the way he walks, it's just kind of this, macho sort of walk with how he moves his arms and everything. It's so I laugh at that. It's like, oh my gosh, that's too much. But I'll admit, he's got himself a nice ass. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. After all, and I'll admit, I love a good pounding. Uh, the conversations that I have. Hey, look, where did I live the last 20 years? Right. You don't think it's not going to come up dead straight. But anyway, so, but yeah, I like to be able to wrap my hands around something. While I'm getting that good pounding. Oh, yeah. I'll admit I miss sex. Okay, enough about that. Especially what I'm thinking of right now. It's like, oh well, that's all right. Move on. Anyway, I won't say what I'm thinking or what I'm seeing right now. But anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much everything. It happened yesterday. Oh no, good day. I love being able to combine, my workouts with work. If anything, I feel like I'm getting an even better workout. Really helping to push that threshold, break through that threshold. Definitely, of course, still making sure I'm wearing my mask because I am dealing with a lot of dust. Yeah, especially warehouse dust. Ugh. Of course, I'm getting nice and dirty. Don't care. I'm getting all nice and sweaty. Don't care. Need to. Helps with the weight loss. Helps build that muscle. Helps me know that I'm building muscle. And the beautiful thing is I'm pushing through. It is helping me to push through this neck injury. I'm shocked by that. normal aches and pains, and it's not irritating this here. So that's a good thing. Very, very good thing. And like I said, I still wear my mask to make sure I'm not taking in any dust or allergens or anything. So very important. Very, very important. So, and no, I did not lift the microwave myself or anything. I motioned Angie to come on over here, help me with this, and I got my stuff, because the doors don't work at that time of night. You had to push them open, so I pushed it open, got my stuff out, and then fortunately it stayed open, and because it also keeps closing, but it stayed open so we could get it to go out. So it was like, okay, and I asked the manager, I had it put in lockup, and I asked the manager to help get it out. Once I explained to him, he's like, in lockup? I told him I made him a purchase during my lunch break, and he was a little confused. He was like, in lockup? I'm like, yeah, it's a microwave. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, didn't want to try and stash it back in the break room. He's like, got it. So I asked him if there was a place where I could keep it up there, customer service or something, and they said that they would have it in lockup. She did give me the code for the lock, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'd much rather make sure it has manager clearance before I take it out of the store to cover my bases. And then something weird happened. My punch out for my lunch didn't take. So I had to talk to a manager to see about getting all that corrected and everything, especially since I made that big purchase. I was just like, yeah, and I didn't realize that it didn't take the punch until about 30 minutes later when I was into my break, and I think I was still eating. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. But I went to look on my phone. I'm like, what time did I punch out? And that's when I realized, oops, it didn't punch. So it didn't take it for whatever reason. I know I did it, and I know I heard it, but I didn't actually look at the time, and because I was in a hurry to go grab that microwave, because it was the only one left in that color. So I wanted to make sure I grabbed that, and of course, I only have an hour, and I still have to eat yet. So yeah, did that. So, but anywho. Oh, and one thing that's really cool too, I was sitting there at the kitchen table and Angie was still up, and took my hair out of my ponytail that I had it in, and I was like, hey, can you tell me if my ends are straight across? And she's playing with it and everything. She's like, yeah, it looks like it and everything. I'm like, okay, it must be growing. So that's awesome. I haven't been able to get my hair to grow in almost 20 years or whatever, because it's so dry out there and everything. It just keeps breaking off. My hair is so damn fine, it's baby fine hair, but no, I've been noticing I keep sitting on it, and she's just like, oh, just go get a trim, and I'm like, no, I want it to grow. So I might, and tomorrow maybe, because I'm going to have to run to the grocery store anyway and get myself something to eat, something to cook to eat. I have no idea what, but I'll figure it out. It reminds me, I think I still have cheese in there. Maybe I'll make tacos. I don't know. I'll see. But anywho, so yeah, that's kind of everything that's going on. Yeah, I'll admit I'm a little tired today. Love it, because I know I got a really good workout. I got home, I had a really tall glass of lemonade, so I get that potassium. Also rehydrate myself a little bit, and I had some potato chips. I realized potato chips aren't the best thing for you or whatever, but I was wanting that salt. So had some of those, really shot my sugar up. I didn't take any, short-acting insulin. I just went ahead and let it go up, and then took my long-lasting and woke up, beautiful sugar, perfect. So it's like awesome. Because if I would have taken that short-acting, I would have sunk. So, and I didn't want that. I wanted to get some sleep, because it was bad enough. I was getting off at 10 Saturday night, and then I had to be up early to be to work at 12. And of course, next weekend it's going to be even tougher because I'm going to be working Saturday until 11, and then I have to be back to work 11 hours later. Not much sleep is going to be happening that night. That's okay. I love the challenge. I love the challenge. So, it's like, bring it. So, but yeah, and of course it's nice having money in the bank again. So, and we'll go take a look at cars this week. And go from there, you know? Go from there. See what I can qualify for and so on and so forth. So, at least we'll have a better understanding. Whether I buy anything or not we'll see, you know. May happen this week, but I get paid next week, so we can take a look then too. But, you know, I don't want to rush into anything. I want to do something that's right. So, we'll go from there and see what happens. So, anywho, yeah, it's 7:30. I should get myself moving. I don't have to be to work until, excuse me, 2 o'clock today, but I gotta cook myself some breakfast. I've only got what I cooked the other day. I've only got enough for one more meal, so I got some bacon left in there, and I've got some potatoes, so I figure I'll make some bacon and fry up some potatoes. I realize it's not the best food for trying to lose weight, but it'll definitely help with the dehydration. And one thing's for certain, I was definitely needing to go pee a lot yesterday. I will be the first to admit that. So, but anywho, yeah. That's the only other thing that I would want to say about the guy situation. My heart belongs to somebody else. Yeah, there might be physical attractions or what have you, but I can't go against my heart. I just can't do that. So, and I want to see how this plays out. So, but anyway, yeah, that's all I can really think of. Little Miss is doing well. And moving forward. It's awesome. I love it. So, anyway. And no word yet as far as the court case coming up, too. I don't expect to hear about anything with that until we get closer anyway. So, but anywho, I will talk at you later. I love you guys. We are supposed to be a little bit warm again today. Not as warm as yesterday, but in the upper 80s. So, yeah. It's been, all in all, it's been beautiful. Beautiful weather. Beautiful life. I'm loving it. It's been nice for a change. Been very nice. Letting go of all that chaos, all that noise. Been very nice, because I've been fed up with it for a long time, and it's been nice going down this path, learning how to do all of that, and yeah, I'm loving my life now. So, yeah, my pretty girl, and she's even learning how to defend herself, even though the other two cats are declawed, and she doesn't realize that. She's learning how to defend herself a little bit. It's like, yeah, she's toughening up into a tough little lady. She's on the floor looking at me like, what? Silly girl. All right, I'm going to let you go. I love you guys. Talk to y'all soon. Love you.